All right, we have a new version. With new versions come new banners and opportunities for, well, lots and lots of stellar jade and wishes. One new thing here, Mem's gift. Mem is quite the adorable little creature. I wonder if that's, I mean, it's got to be something that's actually going to show up. But Mem brought you a generous gift. Take it and don't forget to thank them. I won't. Are you related to Pom Pom at all? 10 wishes. Fantastic. And the variable dice used to... Oh, that's nice. Reassign subsidiary stats. Upgrade counts for fully enhanced 5-star relics. Well, so we get to choose which substats are upgraded. That's really nice. That is really nice. Oh, and we can even make them. Exchange for 3 resin. That's a pretty hefty fee, but it might be worth it. At least for some characters. Might be more efficient to use 1 resin to get the main stat and 2 primary substats you want. And then just, if it doesn't get the right distribution of level ups, use this on it. Rather than repeatedly trying to get the right one with the right main stat, with the right substats, with the right distribution of levels. I like it. New Trailblaze. That looks cool. Ilya Travelogue. Legend has it that Ilya, the Crisis heir, spent his entire life wandering Amphorius, and his personal letters were eventually discovered by a wandering bard, thus giving rise to this travelogue. Is this kind of like the newest end game, we'll call it, event thing, like Memory of Chaos or the Pure Fiction? Or perhaps it seems like it might be. Regardless, I'd love to get those Stellar Jade. Yeah, there's Mem. Dear Trailblazer, your companions aboard the Express are awaiting for you to take the journey by their side and re-embark on your cosmic adventure. Earn up to 400. Oh, it's this thing. Paimon's usually the one who does this. Paimon, did you get like an upgrade? A new appearance, perhaps? Don't know why their name would change, but... Also, is that Atlas holding up the world? That's pretty cool. Are we getting into a is the new world going to be Greek-inspired? That would... Oh yeah, we got the Greek-style columns, pillars. I think it might be. That's awesome. And Lisa? So she kind of looks like... Oh, no, the Herta. Wait, is this Herta's real body? Oh, that would be so cool. Kind of looks like a witch. I guess we'll find out for sure when we see her or hear her voice, maybe. Oh, Lingsha's getting a rerun too. And Fei Xiao. I think... Have we've seen you before? I think so. Fairly confident you've had a run before. Oh, and Jade. Oh, okay. So we're getting 2. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Jade and Lingsha are reruns, and then Fei Xiao and the Herta aren't. Or maybe we're getting 3 reruns. I don't know. Damn it, though. I kind of do want Jade, but I don't know. The Herta's probably better. Well, shall we try out the Herta? I'm excited for this one. When allies attack, applies stackable marks to the target. Okay. The more stacks are marked on the target, the more enhanced skill damage. I'm assuming this means the more stacks, her skill damage will be enhanced more and more. It can also mark the location of treasures on the map. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the Herta, are you actually a witch? Oh. That's cool. Let's take a look. Shall we? Still erudition. Did you get it? Single target, attack based. Okay. Big brain energy, of course. Blast. Deals ice damage equal to 61% of the Herta's attack to one designated enemy. It inflicts 1 stack. That's not a lot, but 1 stack of the interpretation. Deals ice damage equal to 61% of the Herta's attack to the target hit by this instance of skill. The respective adjacent targets can repeat 2 times. Wait. So right, does 61% to the designated enemy, and then inflicts the stack of interpretation, and then also additionally deals 61% to the target hit and adjacent targets. Does it mean per stack? What does it mean? Well, the effect can be repeat 2 times. What causes it to repeat? Well, hear me out. This one's an AoE. A little bit higher toughness reduction, too. Consumes 1 stack of inspiration. Okay. So once you have inspiration, you can use the AoE version. Deals ice damage equal to 70% of the Herta's attack to 1 designated enemy. And inflicts 1 stack of interpretation. Oh, this is an inspiration. Okay. So interpretation then. Alright. Consumes inspiration, which probably is gained from ultimate, maybe talent. We still don't know what the interpretation does. Maybe it'll explain in the talent. Deals ice damage equal to 70% to the targets hit by this instance of skill and the respective adjacent targets, repeating 2 times. So this one does repeat 2 times. The other one can repeat 2 times. The end deals ice damage equal to 35% of the Herta's attack to all enemies. Okay. It'll make sense, more sense when we use it, perhaps. This might be related to... There was... when I first loaded up, immediately a tutorial about new attack types, sweep and... I forget. Something similar to burst. Might have been burst. Maybe this has something to do with that. Told ya, magic happens. Fascinating that the Herta genius extraordinaire scientist is a magician. That is hilarious. Holy cow, 220 energy? That's too much. That's ridiculous. She better have a good way of regenerating energy in her talent, because that is stupid. Rearranges the numbers of interpretation stacks on all enemies, prioritizing the transfer of the higher numbers of interpretation stacks to elite level targets and above. Huh. Then deals ice damage equal to 175% of the Herta's attack to all enemies. When using ultimate, increases the Herta's attack by 70%, lasting for 3 turns. Nice. Buffs herself. Hopefully that counts for this initial bit of damage. Hopefully the attack boost applies before the damage is dealt. After the use, the Herta immediately takes action and gains 1 stack of inspiration. Okay. So she does gain a stack of inspiration from the ultimate. But if it's only 1, I'm actually betting she can get them from the talent as well. Inspiration can stack up to 4 times. Okay. Having inspiration enhances skill to hear me out. Then she has a bonus effect, Starved Landscape of Vacua. For every 1 stack of interpretation inflicted on enemy targets, the Herta gains 1 stack of answer. 3 separate things. Inspiration, interpretation, and answer. Up to a maximum of 99 stacks. Wow. I'm guessing this doesn't reset then. I think that reminds me of Black Swan. I think she can stack her thing, whatever it was called, up to 99 times as well. When using ultimate, each answer stack increases in this instance of ultimate's damage multiplier by 1%. So up to 99%. So if I'm reading this right, you do 274%, I think. Unless it means the 70%, but I think that's probably for the damage for the ultimate, like it says. Otherwise, it would probably say attack multiplier. Nice though. That's lovely. Talent. Hand them over. And what over? Your knowledge? All your knowledge belong to us? Actually, that worked kind of well when you consider Herta has 1.5 million puppets. When enemy targets enter battle, the Herta inflicts 1 stack of interpretation on them. Okay, nice. So she automatically gets however many. At the start of each wave, I haven't actually seen anything about them being consumed. They can be rearranged. I'm also not seeing anything about maximums. Start of each wave applies 25 stacks of interpretation to a random enemy target. Okay, so everyone gets at least 1 stack, and then 25 are randomly distributed. Actually, we still don't know what interpretation does. That's right. Let's see. Interpretation ran prioritizing elite level targets and above. Nice. I appreciate that. When the enhanced skill's primary target has interpretation, the multiplier for the damage dealt increases, with each stack granting an increase of 7/3.5% on the primary target / other targets respectively. Ooh, that's nice. So it's the primary target that matters in terms of interpretation stacks. Okay. If 2 or more characters follow the path of erudition in the team, each stack grants an additional increase of the same amount. Nice. Oh my god. On the primary target / other target, yeah. Interpretation can stack up to 42 times. Is that a reference? Because that's the answer to the question. Just would seem fitting for Herta. When using the enhanced skill, resets the number of interpretation. Okay, there it is. Stacks on the primary target to 1. That's unfortunate, but you can then just switch primary targets, I guess. After the enemy, yeah, I have to imagine, especially since 25 stacks are immediately distributed, you want to use it up for that bonus damage. It'll more than pay off. Even if you're not targeting the elites or whatever. Actually, it might be better to target the weaker ones first, so when they... Because I think if they die... Well, we'll see. If when they die, they just disappear, you definitely want to prioritize using those ones up. If they get rearranged onto someone else, then yeah. Then it might not matter as much. After the enemy target leaves the field or gets defeated by enemy... Oh, here it is. By any unit, interpretation will be transferred. Okay. Never mind then. Prioritizing the target, transfer to elite level targets and above. So target the elites, and then, target whoever has the highest number of stacks or whatever. Case by case basis. It would be better to have the interpretation on the elites, though. Aloofly honest. When ally targets attack, inflicts 1 stack of interpretation on the hit enemy target. That's nice. So interpretation should actually build up pretty quickly. After attacking, what about erudition AoE attacks? Is it 1 stack of interpretation on every enemy target? After attacking, for every 1 target hit by this attack, regenerates a fixed amount of 3 energy for the Herta. Okay, it says fixed amount. Does that mean that energy recharge doesn't apply? Perhaps? Well, regardless, counting up to a maximum of 5 targets. So... Okay. Up to 15 energy then. All right. That justifies the 220 a little more. When using enhanced skill, if the primary target's interpretation stack reaches 42, increases the damage dealt by the Herta by 50% until the end of this attack. So you want to let them build up then, as much as possible, if you can. And that additional 50%, that's nice. Message from Beyond the Veil. When entering battle, if the team has 2 or more erudition characters, an additional benefit to having multiple erudition, nice. Increases all allies' crit damage by 80%. That's a relic, I think. I want to say that's pretty similar to the amount that the crit damage body will give you. And the trace aloofly honest counts at least 3 targets when calculating the number of targets hit. Oh. So no matter what, and no matter how many enemies are on the field, you get at least 3, so at least 9 energy. I appreciate that. After attacking, applies 1 interpretation stacks to the target Herta has the highest existing interpretation stacks. Beautiful. Among the hit enemy targets. The attacker is an erudition character, then additionally applies to interpretation stacks. That's just lovely. The Herta, are you the best erudition character so far? You might be. Before this, I would have said Jade probably was, but I'm pretty sure you might blow her out of the water. Though I'll bet you actually synergize really well. We'll see. And vibe checker. Love it. After using technique, the Herta's attack increases by 60%. Start the next battle for 2 turns. It's a nice benefit. If there are basic treasures in this current map, using technique can mark up to 3 basic treasure locations. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. After entering battle by using technique, in simulated universe or divergent universe. Interesting. At the start of, I guess it kind of makes sense that she has an enhanced ability for simulated universe and divergent universe. The start of each wave deals true damage. Nice. I don't think I've seen true damage so far in this game. To enemy targets lower than elite level by an amount equal to 99% of their max HP. Wow. Deals true damage to enemy targets at the elite level and above by an amount equal to 30% of the target's max HP. I think that's basically better than Acheron's for the purpose of the simulated universe. Well, if they were only low-level enemies, then no, but since it also has that significant effect on the elites. Damn, the Herta. You're amazing. Yeah, you want that high crit rate. Crit damage, yes as well, but thanks to that 80%, you can focus a little more on the crit rate, ensuring that all your attacks do critical damage, or near all of them. Now, you don't do follow-ups, so I don't think you'll benefit from Robin, but at least not as much. She might still be the best support for you, I don't know. Yeah, focusing on attack and crit makes sense. Oh, I was thinking about how funny it would be to pair the Herta with Herta, but they beat me to it. Oh, yeah.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
You do sound older now. Which makes sense, you're not going through a tiny puppet. Did that not mark chests? No?
Take a look. This is pure
mirror.
Genius in action.
Yeah, Herta is perhaps a little vain. No chest back here, right? Yeah. You're crazy, Herta. Hope you know that.
Is that it? I was expecting something bigger.
Yeah, same voice actress, I think. Just slightly more mature voice she's doing.
Continue patrols.
Here we go.
I'd say you look tough, but who am I kidding?
Love it. It's a 26. All right, let's hit you. Like a pendulum with her staff. So we're gonna get to meet the real Herta. Oh, I mean, I've been expecting it, but I am excited.
I'm
Use
okay.
that.
Enemy targets detected.
So this should hit
Ready for
him.
another?
And that should mean it's, yep, I think I brought it up.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time
That'll
for
be
good old
33.
counterattack.
Or all of them rather will go up. Yeah.
Time to twirl.
I have to imagine she actually synergizes pretty well with herself. Oh, there's the 42.
Savor the vigor of it.
All right.
I won't break.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he'll,
Just in time.
heal
Just a
himself.
little something.
Little Herta's hurting.
Think nothing of it. How appropriate.
All right. See the, it's enhanced, of course, but, where is this enhanced? How many stacks of inspiration do you have right now? None. She has 63 answers, though. So this would be the regular.
The door to a whole new world.
Ooh.
Time to twirl.
Oh, poor you.
You still have 42? Oh, because that wasn't enhanced.
Curiosity. There's endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void.
Nice.
Time to twirl.
All right.
It's gonna hurt.
Let this be the only one.
Here I come. Ready or not.
Oh.
Oh, damn. Didn't last.
Do you know who I am?
Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours.
Yeah, I don't know. 26. Oh, because total of 4 enemies were hit. I see. Raised that a lot.
Enough. Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
All at once? I
Oh.
don't have time for games.
Yeah, I don't want you to use up your inspiration yet. Let's get past you guys. Okay.
Maybe you can keep it down?
There's the 42. Perfect.
Ready for another? Time for a shot.
And here we go. The enhanced version.
You just got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Nice. 306,000. Still not
poor you.
positive on the,
Time to twirl!
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer
she does only get
nothing but void.
inspiration from the ultimate.
Time to twirl!
Still as hopeless as ever. The door to a whole new
Down to
world.
50%.
Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Still does good damage.
Do you know who I am?
But yeah, I'm
Ever see a diamond this big?
still not positive on the way the skills were described.
We have the upper hand.
How the damage is calculated. I mean, it's attacking everybody, even though this is a blast.
Time to twirl!
Yeah.
Not a step back.
still not positive on the exact meaning of how it's calculated. I can tell it's good.
Savor the vigor of it.
But
What's wrong? Never seen perfection up close before?
okay, no, it is blast. But it just has a wider range than usual. You're the main target here, and okay, gets 2 out on either side. It's kind of crazy. I like that though. One, two, three, four. Yeah, okay.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
Oh, you get the attack.
Really,
It
fool?
does 1 blast, which does the adjacent targets, and then does another blast for those adjacent targets. Fascinating. I think I understand it now. Of course, that was the regular version, which I think they both do
Curiosity
trigger
is
twice.
a dangerous thing, you know.
Or, well, one can trigger
Endless will.
up to twice.
The answer
The other
is nothing but a void.
does trigger twice. So maybe with the enhanced version, if the there's no adjacent characters, it'll overflow to the other side or something, which would be kind of nice. Needless to say, yeah, I feel like she's the best one. Look at you again, Jade. Yeah, I think Jade and the Herta would synergize quite well. As far as I can tell, I'd be shocked if it was the case that Jade is not the best erudition companion for the Herta. Now, Facia, like I said, I'm pretty positive I've done you before, but let me just try you out again really quick. Right, she's a follow-up based. Oh yeah, she's got the different swords
Let's see.
and the speed. Yeah, I remember her.
Let's see.
That's right.
All together.
Yeah, she's great. She hunts, I think. I mean, I don't have any particularly good hunts at the moment. I don't think. I think my best one would basically be Dr. Ratio. Yeah, she was a really good hunt. I already have Lingsha. Jade, I'm already confident is extremely good. But I'll go ahead and get the Stellar Jade in a little while. Yep. You know, the Herta, it might be my imagination, but with the right team, she feels like the first erudition character who's just straight up. She might just straight up be good, even outside of the pure fiction. Especially if you pair her with Jade. I feel like Jade comes maybe decently close, but I think she was still quite a decent ways weaker than the Herta. I mean, it has been a while, but I don't remember being quite as impressed as I just was. Here we are. I do think I'll wish. Yeah, I'm gonna try for the Herta, definitely. As for secondary characters, I want well, like I said, Jade would definitely synergize with her the best. But I'm also missing, there's a hole in my team, I guess you could say, of a really strong hunt. And Fei Xiao could fill that. Now, would I rather have Boot Hill be my hunt character? Maybe. I'm not sure which one is actually better. I think they're both pretty good. I mean, that's the big reason this is important is, I guess, because do I want to, if I get the Herta early, shoot for Jade or Fei Xiao? I guess maybe I can wait to make that decision until I get the Herta early. Ooh, got a Mose. He's hunt as well, actually, I think. I think I have him in my hunt party that is still completely underleveled. Another one. Maybe you're gonna max out. I'd appreciate that. And not yet. Oh, we did get this adorable light cone, though. Got a number of those. It's a good one, I think. Okay, we're at 36 wishes so far. We should, with the help of these early, the early banner wishes that we get, the series login bonus wishes, I think we should be able to at least make pity and get a 5-star. What does her light cone do? Increases her crit rate, of course. And when she uses the ultimate, increases her skill and ultimate damage by 60% for 3 turns. That's really good. So she would be doing something like half the damage she was doing in the trial, presumably. Wait. The instance of the ultimate consumed 140 or more energy. Does she not need max energy to use her ultimate? It says 220. What's the deal there? Because it's not necessarily going to be Herta or the Herta using it. Okay, no, that makes more sense. Ooh, I could also get 14 with this. But that would mean not going for any of these 5-star cones. We're doing it. 46. I could get a few more wishes too, but I should probably hold off. Wish on the standard banner. Oh, a Dan Hung. That's not common. Nice. Do I even have it? Oh, no, okay, it isn't that uncommon.
We mustn't cling to the past.
Fitting for you to say. Ooh. All the allies deal damage to the enemy target marked as prey. Increases crit damage by 40%. So, crit damage against the prey is increased by 40% regardless of which ally.
Every shadow on the Yanqing could be me.
Ominous. Alright, he's a follow-upper, right? Or maybe not.
Every shadow on the Yanqing could be me.
Oh, yeah, he is. All right. Now that we have that taken care of, let's continue on, hey Ghost, with the current quest. I think it's the Sword Essence. Alchemy Commission, Delirious Cloud Knight. Yeah, that sounds right. Here we are. Oh, and I did see that apparently you don't get to select where the substats go. It is just a random reroll of them. Less good. Less good. Still, probably more beneficial than... If it has 4 substats that you want, at the very least, I don't know. Or maybe several that you, like one that you don't, and all of them go onto that one stat, maybe. Yeah, a bunch of creatures wiped out. A bunch of Mara struck.
Hey, calm down!
Is this... Who's talking to who? Probably the one holding the stance.
I just learned a new technique. I'll use it to end your life.
Damn. What's with this guy?
Unauthorized personnel should keep their distance. It's dangerous here.
She is a judge, thank you very much. Is this guy having a chuny phase?
Actually, we're not really unauthorized, are we, Judge?
Yeah. Also, she's a Cloud Knight. Judge, Cloud Knight. Don't ask about our positions. It's way beyond your pay grade.
Is that Sushang? And a judge?
Yeah.
Why are the 10 Lords commissioned here?
So you know her.
It's a very long story, so let's deal with the problem at hand first.
Yeah, the raging, delirious Cloud Knight.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, the 10 Lords Commission will handle this. Thank you for your cooperation.
Maybe don't turn your back to the guy who wants to show you his new technique to end you.
Understood. Please, take mercy on him.
Oh, don't worry. He'll be fine.
Don't worry. This sort of thing is our specialty.
Yeah. We've done this a number of times now. Oh, we are gonna hurt him.
See how you like this?
Oh. You are very, very clearly possessed.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
A little more shit.
Yeah. That one.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Oh, wow. Destroyed. I don't know what that was, but...
Judge Huahua, is he all right?
Might be knocked around a bit, but I think he'll be fine.
His life isn't in danger, but his hands and feet are spasming.
Classic
and his speech
possession.
is incoherent. I think he's experiencing a delusion that he can't snap out of.
As long as he doesn't start climbing on the ceiling and spitting vomit at us, I'll be fine.
I feel like I've been drained of my strength.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, are you okay? Can you answer a few questions for me? Do you remember what happened to you?
Take your time if you need.
I think so. Let me think for a moment. I received a report today about an infestation of abominations here at the Alchemy Commission.
Looks like you took him out.
The captain sent me to clear it out. What happened after that was like a dream? I can't explain it.
Don't worry about that. We have explanations in mind.
My weapon suddenly started talking to me.
Okay.
It taught me fighting techniques.
Huh.
Which moves to avoid, which moves to use, which stances to adopt to retain balance.
Oh.
Then it told me to relax and let it take control against the enemy.
I don't know, maybe... honestly, Huohuo, that does sound like something Mr. Tail would do. Sounds like how Mr. Tail treated you.
That sounds just like a heliobus.
I followed its instructions. To my surprise, it felt like my combat skills had greatly improved. Still, it told me I was incompetent, like a piece of rotten wood.
Definitely.
It wanted to find a new apprentice to carry forward the art.
I mean, come on. Huohuo. That's Mr. Tail to a T. I mean, I'll be kind of surprised if it isn't. Called him incompetent, teaching him combat skills.
It was only then that I realized there was a sword-wielding child beside me, staring right at me.
Sword-wielding child? Your weapon wanted to take the child as your apprentice?
Lots of children grow up learning to use a sword on the Luofu, but for a child to be walking around with one...
I mean, it could be one of the many, many people who just look like children. Like Huohuo here.
I sure hope we're not thinking of the same person.
Wait, what do you have in mind, Gwenny?
I realized the boy was the general's retainer.
Oh!
Yanqing.
Yanqing. Uh-oh.
I knew it.
Yeah, that could be bad, actually. Yanqing is already a great sword fighter.
When I heard my sword say the name, I was in disbelief. And then, for some reason, I just attacked Yanqing.
And you're still alive. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. The funny thing is that I didn't even see him move. I just fell straight to the ground.
Either he moved too fast for you, you just couldn't see what he did, or that was the heliobus's doing.
What happened next was even more outlandish. Yanqing looked like he was talking to the sword in his hand. He turned around and left without looking back. And my weapon never spoke again.
And so why were you going around flailing like that just now?
Not good.
I'll take care of the Cloud Knight. You go after Yanqing.
Will do. But you don't want to go after him yourself? Understandable. Nothing more to say. Oh, they're actually pretty nearby. Wait. Okay, not that nearby.
The news is spreading pretty fast.
What news is spreading pretty fast? The word got out pretty quickly, huh? Even my sister came and told me about it. What? Well, it's caused quite a stir. So, what exactly is going on? Why is everyone talking about it? Talk about what? Here's the story. A healer prescribed a pellet to a patient. As it turned out, the patient swallowed the entire pellet without reading the prescription in full. Oh no. They get hurt? But that pellet, sealed in wax, was as big as someone's fist. How did they swallow it? The prescription laid it out very clearly that the patient had to cut the pellet open and consume the medicinal extract inside. I have no idea how the patient managed to swallow the pellet. I'm also confused about this alchemist. Why would they give you just one whole pellet and then tell you to cut it into pieces instead of just giving you the properly portioned sizes for your prescription? As big as a fist? It's unbelievable that the patient could swallow it. I don't know if they could unhinge their jaw or have a really big mouth. Indeed. However, It's not surprised. I'm not surprised by it. After all, I've dealt with all sorts of patients over the years at the Alchemy Commission.
The news is spreading pretty fast.
Interesting. Little rumor there. Oh, hey, a trotter.
Stream 4. Gleam of old place.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or
Bye-bye,
maybe
Trotter.
take it off.
That's half the work. Still waters of oblivion.
And
I
don't
weep
give you
for
any
the
more
departed.
time.
It too shall fall.
Not a chance. Nice. Wait, can I? Wait a minute, I could teleport there the whole time. Silly me. Yanqing? You here? Oh, no, but the floating sword is here. A blue sword swishes by. Upon detecting your presence, it approaches and starts flying in circles around you. Is that a new Psycrate model? I don't think that's how Yanqing gets his swords to fly.
It's Yanqing's sword. I saw him wield it one time when I was doing drills with the Cloud Knights.
Right.
I heard that Yanqing's sword is a famous weapon crafted by the Artisanship Commission. It resonates with its master, reacting to his movements in battle like it has a mind of its own.
That's actually kind of cool. Is it trying to get us to help Yanqing? Maybe it does have a mind of its own. But, also, doesn't he have multiple swords? Or maybe that's just the combat art of his.
He must have encountered some kind of danger, and his sword flew away to find someone to help, right?
It's not something most swords do. I mean, it sounds more like a dog.
Danger? Mr. Shang, don't scare me like
Aw.
that. What kind of evil would be strong enough to pose a threat to Yanqing?
Well, I guess we'll have to see. I don't imagine Mr. Tail would be threatening him, but...
I'm not sure, but the Heliobi are strange creatures. Even the sharpest sword can't cut them.
Right. Those beings of ethereal energy.
Uh-oh. I just had a thought.
If it's not auspicious, you'd best not say it out loud.
Susheng knows her tropes.
Based on what that Cloud Knight said, it isn't that Yanqing's in danger.
That Yanqing is the danger. Yeah,
Exactly.
he is the one that knocks.
Follow the sword. No matter what, we have to find Yanqing before things get even worse.
Where are you, Yanqing? Man, does he just ride that sword like a surfboard? That'd be kind of cool. Oh. Yanqing's doing body of an abomination with only a single sword cut on it. Damn. One slash. I like that.
Got to catch up with him before things get out of hand.
Well, taking out these things isn't a problem. The eyes of the slain beast still contained a hint of astonishment, as if seemingly unable to believe the speed of which humans were capable. And some are, at least. That is not Yanqing. Are you formidable? No?
Stream 4. The gleam of old.
Okay, definitely not. The waves ride on the howling wind, bashing the ford with great intensity. Oh, is he in Scale Gorge Waterscape? Yanqing's sword hangs in the air, pointing to the distance across the luminescent depths.
This is the dock for Dragon Prayer Terrace. Judging by the sword's behavior, that's where Yanqing is.
And that's where we'll go.
Should we really be charging over there? Even without a heliobus, Yanqing is a swords master among swords masters.
Well, he's still in training. But yeah, he is pretty tough. Pretty good with the sword, and he's also buffed.
Are you scared, Sushong? Me too. Compared to the other heliobi we've dealt with so far, this one seems like it could do some serious damage.
Yeah. You're probably smart to be scared, you two. But what you're forgetting is that you have the galactic baseballer with you. And my bat knows no limits, so.
Scared? My mother taught me swordplay as soon as I could walk. I might
Wow.
not be as good as the general's apprentice, but I would never let cowardice dishonor the name of the Cloud Knights or the family sword.
Wow, Sushong. I respect that. But, being scared isn't cowardice. I mean, bravery isn't the absence of fear.
But I am worried. If the heliobus possessing Yanqing is too strong, I'm afraid I might not be able to guarantee everyone's safety.
That's what we're here for, though. Don't worry. You're not doing this alone, Sushong.
The general has been supporting our ghost hunting squad from the very beginning. It's time to return the favor.
Hell yeah, ho ho.
Even if it wasn't for the general's sake, as a judge, I can't let a heliobus take over someone as dangerous as Yanqing. Sushong, Miss Gui, Miss Trailblazer, please help me rescue him.
We will, ho ho. And hopefully, return Mr. Tail to you in the process. Oh, are you gonna take us there? Oh, the sword's name is Yanzhuo. Or something like that. Yanzhuo. Gonna teleport us?
Yanqing is at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
I'm ready. Let's catch a ferry and head for Dragon Prayer Terrace. Are we ready? I guess my current team is more than sufficient to deal with anything we might face. It's one of my stronger teams, after all. Wait a minute. That's a lot of swords. Yanqing, you think you might be going a little too overboard on the swords? Or Mr. Tail? Whoever? I just... There is a such thing as too many swords, you know? I thought we were going to be going to the other place that we had parted the waters, but... Oh, wait, no, yeah, this is where we had originally faced him, isn't it? Or faced Blade? I think. Yanqing, buddy. You could do with, like, half those swords at least.
What are all these swords doing in Dragon Prayer Terrace?
And they actually kind of remind me of Jing Liu, Ice Lady, well, I don't actually know, but the moon motif, I think of her as like a werewolf kind of character.
It must be a heliobus illusion.
Yeah, I don't want to test that out. You're free to try out those swords on yourself to see if it's just an illusion or not. But you can count me out of it.
Shouldn't we ring the harmonic chime and see if we can talk to Yanqing inside the illusion?
Maybe. Let's leave that call up to the judge. It's her judgment call.
Illusion? Since each of you can see it, wouldn't that mean you'd fallen into the illusion as well?
You know, you're right. But, I don't know, Heliobi, they tend to manifest things for others to see as well.
Don't be alarmed. To me, this sword formation is a precious arsenal. When I gaze upon any one, 1,000 sword fights dance before my eyes. The swordplay far exceeding anything I have learned.
You're sounding a little ominous there, Yanqing.
And better yet, they welcome those who wish to pursue higher realms with open arms.
The swords? You know, swords are mindless objects, right? Yeah, except your sword. Your sword seems to be much more like Lassie. Heliobus is leading you astray. I'm not interested in swordsmanship. Yeah, now I'm a batter. But, the general sent us to bring you back. Maybe that'll get through to him.
The General? You lie! I've already finished my assignment at the Alchemy Commission. I have no further orders.
Well, he's actually not wrong. The General did not explicitly send us to bring Yanqing back. But it is a part of our overall orders from the General. Actually, no, the General is just sort of assisting us.
This is my own time. I came here to learn from Master Apira. To learn from these swords.
Maybe it isn't, Mr. Tail.
Apira? That Heliobus's name is Apira?
Sorry, Hoa. But this is a good thing. It means Mr. Tail isn't causing trouble. At least, not here.
Correct. Master Apira promised to show me the flaws in my swordplay, and how to take it to the next level. That's why I brought them to Dragon Prayer Terrace, where I suffered my most serious setback.
Couldn't you just have your master further train you?
Young one, with me, everything will be different.
Ooh, that's a good voice for a sword master, Heliobus.
Whether it be Imbibitor Lunae, the Stellaron Hunters, or that woman, your accomplishments will exceed them. You will be matchless.
Careful.
Without limits.
That's the origin story for a lot of supervillains there, Yanqing. Damn. Imbibitor Lunae, the Stellaron Hunters, and honestly, I'm just honored to be listed amongst them.
Matchless without limits. You're just in time.
There's
the
always
swords
limits,
have taught me
Yanqing.
something already. I'd like to see how sharp my skills have become.
A friendly sparring match? Fingers crossed? You need a standard fight for him?
I've been through countless defeats. But with Apira as my master, no longer.
Why is he attacking us?
A friendly sparring match.
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Still waters of oblivion.
Probably should
It's
have
better
waited
to
to
make
turn
note.
to do that, but oh well.
A little more sheets.
Enemy targets detected.
I weep for the departed.
Yeah, sorry, Yanqing. Even possessed, you're no match for
Must be fought with
Acheron.
sincerity of heart and mind. Give it your all.
Lieutenant Yanqing, snap out of it! We don't want to fight you!
But I want to fight you.
Aw.
And we're just getting started.
Like I said, I'm up for a friendly sparring match. Okay, I should probably avoid doing too much damage to him if I want to get all the voice lines.
Ready for another?
Cut through the ranks.
Oh, jeez.
Their skills are nothing compared to mine. What can I learn from any of them?
I was not expecting that. Here I was worried about beating him too quickly.
Then, why not hack them down right here?
There it is. Careful, Yanqing. Show me what a good boy you are.
Hack them down? I thought we were just sparring.
We were.
The laws of the battlefield are no different from the laws of the universe.
This isn't the battlefield.
Life for victory, and death for defeat. Swordsmanship is the art of victory, and only the victorious swords can be passed on. Swords defeated or buried among the barren wastelands.
Yeah, but you see, voice from the sword formation. Only one of us uses a sword, so your point doesn't hold. That's the point.
But
You're resisting me?
Because he's a good boy.
Rid yourself of these needless notions of clemency. How can you move forward without casting these distractions aside? Raise your sword.
Resist him, Yanqing. Make the general proud.
Life for victory and death for defeat, huh? All this talk of laws of the battlefield and the universe. You think that gives the appearance of a Grand Master? You're just using someone else's ambition to satisfy your own desire to shed blood.
Yeah. I have to agree with Sushang there.
This Jing Yuan sword in my hand has been passed down through my family for generations.
Aw.
When my mother gave it to me, she said, the bread may bake, but the hearth remains. And for a long time, I had no idea what she was talking about.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea either, but it does sound deep. Perhaps. No. I got nothing.
Today, I just realized I misheard her. I think she actually said, the edge may break, but the heart remains. Probably.
Oh my god. Okay. That makes sense. That makes more sense. That's just pondering. The bread may bake, but the hearth remains. It sounds like it might be a deep saying. I don't know, but
The Lieutenant Yanqing, the winner and loser of this battle, have yet to be
Sushang.
determined. Don't give me that there's no point in fighting any longer speech.
yeah, but the battle isn't between you and us. It is between you and this Heliobus.
This little wench's fighting
Wench?
spirit is on fire. Young one, since she insists on fighting, will you give her our answer?
Don't call her a wench, you axe. That's right, I went there.
I
'Cause you're a
won't back
hack.
down.
Mr. Shang, you...
This is between fellow Cloud Knights. Losing a fight isn't a big deal, but if I abandon my fellow soldiers and bring dishonor to the Knights, how could I wield my sword again?
Aw.
Granted, I might not last more than a few moves. You guys go get the general, quickly! I'll try and hold him off until he gets here.
Yeah, the general could definitely talk some sense into him.
Sushang, my bestie. Why is she so stubborn?
It's, standard honor stuff. It's not logical, but, what can you do?
Still, that was pretty freaking cool.
I really hope you were recording that because, damn, that deserves to be just remembered. Stand there.
A spiritfarer told me that the general is still in Fixtral Garden. Let's hurry! I think the only one that can break Yanqing's illusion is Jing Yuan himself.
I agree, Huahua. General, we have some unfortunate news.
Is something the matter? You seem out of breath.
Yeah. How do we put this? Tell Jing Yuan about what happened on Dragon Prayer Terrace.
A heliobus that creates illusions for the sole purpose of instructing someone in swordplay. I wouldn't mind learning a few tricks from them myself.
You don't use a sword.
Unfortunately, it sounds like
Fair.
this one is a little too aggressive to be a decent sparring partner. This is not an adversary that someone as young as Yanqing is equipped to deal with.
Yeah.
General, we need to move fast. If we wait any longer, I'm afraid that Sushang might be...
Can't look from Cirrus.
I can understand your sense of urgency. But before I leave, I have a question for Cirrus, who has been listening this whole time. I trust you are familiar with Pyra.
He's not gonna say anything unless we give him a battle.
Naturally. Among the
Really?
Heliobi, Pyra manifests the courage and warring spirit of Ignimar. They are the most aggressive of all the fragments. But who is this sword master? Who is Yanqing?
He's a very promising young prodigy of the sword, but still very early in his journey, especially in terms of Luofu.
My apprentice.
No wonder I smell a hint of sadness in you. In order to rescue his incompetent apprentice, the master must fight on the battlefield himself. I must say, I'm very envious of Pyra.
Yeah, but Cirrus, just like you, I doubt Pyra stands a chance. And the general's not planning on fighting. The general's planning on talking some sense. Talking down Yanqing.
You know the flavor of sadness, but not its meaning. An apprentice obsessed with victory and defeat has lost his mind to a heliobus, and is now trying to shortcut his way to mastery of the sword. This is my failure to him as master.
Jing Yuan.
And the source of grief you see in me now.
You really are a wise and good man.
Then you should hurry. Pyra has an insatiable bloodlust. Once they've enslaved your mind, they can make you turn against your friends, your kin,
Yeah.
even your own master.
I'm surprised you didn't make us fight you first, Cirrus. Interesting.
Go! I don't wish to delay your death match with your apprentice.
But maybe that's why. Hoping that Pyra will defeat the general.
Sushang is awaiting our timely arrival at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
1 second. Cirrus, anything to say? Any
Come
quips?
to laugh at me again, have you, little brat?
Always, but not this
I'm
time.
not in the mood for your chatter. Go away!
Aha. Alright, Jing.
Sushang is awaiting our timely arrival.
Oh no, I think we're fine. They're still just talking. We're staring down each other menacingly. Oh, she's not looking too good. Tired.
Lieutenant of the Seat of Divine Foresight. Is that the best you can do? And I was thinking I'd be done for the moment you drew your sword.
Oh.
I didn't think I would last this long. I'm not half as bad as I thought.
Aw. Yeah, no, you're a good fighter, Sushang.
Young one, you're hesitating again. You're always hesitating.
That's because, despite your bloodlust, you underestimated just how much of a good boy Yanqing is. The general has taught him well.
Your opponent is no match for you. Yet they have managed to fend you off for this long. As a swordsman, have you not any pride? Do you want to repeat the disaster you suffered at Dragon Prayer Terrace? It's time to finish it.
Oh no.
Only blood can cleanse the shame of the sword.
Come on, Yanqing.
He won't do it.
Hell yeah.
General.
Come on, General.
Young one, your old teacher has arrived. Under his tutelage, you never experienced true failure. But after suffering your first major setback, Your confidence in your swordsmanship has been faltering.
It's okay, Yanqing. You're still young. You have decades or probably centuries to come to master the sword and someday probably follow in the general's footsteps after he is long gone.
You worry that the general is disappointed in you. You worry that you don't have what it takes to be the person the general wants you to be.
That's nonsense. General is very proud of Yanqing.
Now, show him what I have taught you. He'll be very proud of your progress. Tell him that with your sword, you will bring victory to the Xianzhou.
With my sword.
No.
Yanqing would never draw his sword on me to prove himself. I have confidence in him.
Aw. Come on.
This confidence is not a belief that he will win every contest. It is a belief that he will one day break free from the paradigm of victory and defeat and realize his true reason for wielding the sword.
Yeah.
The pleasure of swordsmanship, the saving of life, and the dispatchment of enemies.
Including this heliobus.
This truth must be discovered by himself. No one can teach it to him. Now is the time for him to take that step.
Come on. Yanqing, I believe in you too.
General, I...
Cast out this heliobus.
Break free from victory and defeat? Those are just empty words to comfort the dead and the defeated. Think of your crushing defeat at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Think of how you felt then, teetering on the brink of death.
But you're not dead. Also, you were against the Stellaron Hunters, right? Or was it against us? I actually forget.
If the sword of that Stellaron hunter had pierced your flesh, you wouldn't be standing here pondering the meaning of victory and defeat.
Yeah, but Blade is he's something else. Don't compare yourself to him.
Now is the time to break all your chains. Draw your sword on your master, to the general who is trying to imprison you. Draw your sword.
Don't do it, Yanqing.
General, allow me to demonstrate my swordsmanship. I hereby challenge you.
Come on, Yanqing. I really hoped he would have the mental fortitude to resist. But, well, as I said, he is still young. Oh, the smile. Is he still gonna?
Apyra,
there you go.
challenge these swords to battle.
There you go. Proud of you, Yanqing.
Young fool. How disappointing. Your accomplishments would have been limitless. But you've led astray by empty idealism.
I mean, the accomplishments you offer are far more empty.
None of that matters anymore. While teaching you, I studied your every move inside out.
So you were learning from him?
And now you wish to throw down the gauntlet. Very well. In your own image, and with your own techniques, I will teach you one final lesson.
What? How to die? Something like that.
Swordplay, every stroke and sway, I've committed it all to memory.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, why are we fighting Yanqing again? But no, it's a pirate's illusion.
Allow me to demonstrate. With merciless intent, how powerful I am.
Hardly any time.
I think
No, Yanqing. Conceal your form and hide your intentions. Don't fall for their distractions.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't think you stand a chance at Pyra.
Still waters of oblivion.
How about letting the enemies through a little more heat?
Enemy targets detected.
But I won't go too fast.
Sword, heed me.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
It's on me.
Let's see.
I weep
can
for the
I
departed.
get rid of this one?
It too shall fall.
One sword down.
You're all in on it.
I'm honored by your... Since you're already
good.
here,
Only one
why
sword
not
left.
have a meal before you leave?
Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion.
Excellent.
More season.
Punish evil.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Gonna pull out your move again, Pyra.
Still waters of oblivion.
Finish you now.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Good riddance.
One hit. One stroke of luck. One victory.
Well done, Yanqing. You did good. You wavered for a moment, but you conquered the real fight. The mental fight.
Impressive. I am bested.
Well, we cut the sword.
Ew, it's about time we got this guy into the gourd.
Oof. There we go.
General.
I know what you wish to say, Yanqing. We can move past the melodrama.
Then, to the rest of you, thank you for bringing me out of that daze. Especially you, Miss Sushang.
Aw, yeah, you did good. Always remember, though, Yanqing, while the bread may bake, the hearth will remain.
Why does everyone that gets Heliobust love to apologize for it? You're
Yeah.
the victim here. They're the ones stirring up chaos.
I actually have to agree with Sushang there. You didn't really do anything actually wrong. You were quite literally possessed.
It should be me thanking you for holding back during our battle.
You gonna say that you didn't hold back?
Or maybe, just maybe, it's due to a sudden skill improvement? Don't you think?
I don't know. When you're not passed out and fair, you're pretty good. Yeah.
Haha, right. Conscious Sushang is pretty badass. We're gonna need to get you a front page news story for this one. Heck, let's get some billboards!
Oh, yeah. Let's get her name out there.
So, you've made it your daily mission to tease me, huh?
No, we're going full PR campaign. Ad blast. Everything, the works.
With respect to this incident, what is your plan for posting on the Luofu's Ghostly Grove? Since it concerns the seat of divine foresight, I am hoping you could.
Could.
Well, about that. Let me discuss it with her first.
Of course, I am your media headline guru. Just 20. Yeah. Let's see. Breaking news. You won't believe this. Fiction becomes real life. Not bad. Artisanship Commission unveils new tech that will change Cloud Knights forever. Not quite my taste. Hottest scoop. Showbiz chaos. Lead actor mysteriously missing from set. The reason will shock you speechless. I think I like the breaking news on this one the best.
Is everyone okay with this?
Thanks for covering for me. I'm so embarrassed.
Aw, don't be, Yanqing. Like I said, you did well. Weaker minds probably wouldn't have been able to resist, even with the general's influence.
All's well that ends well. We should hurry back and lock up Pyra in the evil binding matrix. They're a dangerous one. I'm afraid they might escape.
Good idea, Huohuo.
Well then, Yanqing and I will take our leave now.
Good luck on your next journey, Yanqing. Your next mission. Your swordsmanship journey.
All right, let's get out of here.
Ah, we're on to the third evil binding matrix. I'm not sure how many more there are after this. Might just be these three. Yeah, these two at least are marked. This one isn't, but that just might be because it's got the quest marker. Suppression Tower, Loku Fox Forest. Which means there's probably one or two more to do. 2 or 3 per tower.
Ew, that was a big risk, Miss Sushang.
No kidding. But you did well.
Actually, I'm well aware of my own limits. If it weren't for Yanqing resisting that heliobus, maybe I wouldn't have been able to hold on until you brought reinforcements.
Like I said, Yanqing is a good boy. Why did it take 3 people to get reinforcements? That is actually a good point still.
Come to think of it, we only needed one person to
Yeah.
fetch reinforcements. Why didn't we get her to stay behind with you? And
Yeah.
why didn't you ask?
Yeah, well, okay, it's because she had that really badass sort of last stand moment and, couldn't crimp her style.
It's kinda embarrassing, but I was caught up in the moment. I guess I never thought it through.
Yeah.
Ugh. Sometimes I wonder whether your head's screwed on right. We need to take you to the Alchemy Commission for a checkup.
Just make sure to cut your medicine to the proper sizes, apparently.
Maybe, but my actions kept everyone safe, and that's what matters. Miss Huohuo needed someone to look out for her, and little Gui is just a civilian. You shouldn't be putting yourself in risky situations.
Yeah.
As for her, she's a distinguished guest of the Seat of Divine Foresight. If anything were to happen to her, it could turn into a diplomatic crisis.
I suppose that's a good point there, Sushang. Though I was volunteering.
After weighing things up in my head, it made the most sense for only me to stay put.
If I still had my tail, I wouldn't be slowing everyone down.
Aw, we'll find him, Huohuo. Don't worry.
Sorry, Huohuo. I didn't think it through. You were never a burden.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's not your fault, Miss Sushang. It's just... I've been wondering... How long can someone average like me keep up with the affairs of the Ten Lords Commission without my tail? Forget it. We should get some rest. There could be even bigger dangers waiting for us tomorrow.
Don't sell yourself short, Huohuo. Even without your tail, you're still plenty strong. Strong of heart, if nothing else. You can always find tail. Don't worry too much about it. I'm exhausted. You're incredible, Miss Sushang. I feel like that boy Yanqing didn't use his full strength at all. It's like a kind of willpower that can only be cultivated after experiencing countless battles. I don't understand you martial arts guys. I'm so tired, little Gui. Maybe you should talk about account-related stuff. We got lots of different gifts sent by fans. Oh? Yay! Yay! I won't say yay. I'm a trendsetter, not a sheep, so I won't follow suit and say yay. And now I'm back. Yay. Where's your yay, Sushang? I like that. Sushang? Oh no. Oh yeah, let's hope that's it. Probably asleep by now. It's just the three of us celebrating our success. Yeah, let's celebrate. Wanna go get some drinks and play Celestial Jade? Ta-da! Oh? I thought I was gonna see an image. There we go, almost 400,000 fans. We're gonna end with 1 million. I feel like that would make the most sense. New investigation assignments. Okay, so 2 here. Probably these 2, and then if I was a betting man, I would guess Mr. Tail after that. But we'll see. Ask me anything. Everything about Gwenifin. Alright, oh, let's discuss this. I have something to share with everyone, so listen up. Alright. Ask me anything, everything about Gwenifin. So she wants to do an AMA. Alright. But hold on. I'm not ready to actually do that. Actually, yeah, no, there's a lot more subscription levels to do. Well, 7 more or so. Wait, 8 more. Alrighty. Give it a like. Breaking news. You won't believe this. Fiction becomes real life. Little Gui received a submission and urgently consulted informants and relevant individuals and obtained first-hand information. It turns out that the soldier had purchased a Borisan sword from the black market. This sword houses the soul of its swordsmith and is filled with malevolent energy due to countless killings. Damn, that sounds cool. Ominous. Super edgy. Anyone who holds it will have their spirit overtaken by the cursed sword. Classic. Becoming a creature driven solely by the pursuit of blood and slaughter. Kind of reminds me of Frostmourne from WoW. Or I guess just from Warcraft. It is said that even the lieutenant of the Seat of Divine Foresight has been mobilized to quell the situation. In the end, the whereabouts of this weapon are unknown. If there are any witnesses who come across someone selling a mysterious and airy weapon online, please immediately inform the Cloud Knights. Damn. Hashtag thrills and chills. Hashtag ghost hunting squad. This one we're actually saying was legitimately a ghost, too. Or at least a haunted cursed sword. Xianzhou, Roach Slayer. I was about to be Mara-struck. Thanks to you, I'm cured now. Why? Cosmic Drama Chaser Jr. Why don't you go smash some rocks on your chest? Trying to get us to hurt ourselves? Rude. User 5318008. Alright, Grovers. Time to share your made-up stories. They're making fun of us. Did I enter the wrong site? Is the mod working right now? Traveling Nosewalker. Leg hair prince. Oh great, another recycled trope. I've heard this exact same story before. Only it was about these celestial jade tiles that had the soul of their maker concealed inside. Give it a few years and we'll get the version where it's in a jade abacus that is infused with the soul of its maker. Okay, yeah, it's a trope. It's a cliche. But so are most things. You will not find a truly original story, Leg Hair Prince. Everything borrows from something or takes inspiration or whatever. There are no new stories under the sun. Only slightly new tellings. Fast forward to when the Arumatons obtain a sapience. No artist, no life. Videodora online. Oh. Fast forward to when the Star Taro bubbles attain sapience. What are the Star Taro bubbles there, Bailu? Bailu. The Immortal Spoiler. Nice story. Love from the Tea Society. Ooh, Cosmic Cutie Pie. So the Xianzhou sword tale has become real life. Seriously? You're buying this? Yeah, Cosmic Drama Chaser Senior and Junior are haters. Frigid Raven. We can invert this into another story. A young man, overcoming countless formidable foes, finally reaches the pinnacle of his life, only to discover that he is the descendant of the Borison. Hello, Guinevere. What do you think? Interesting. Not bad. Jing Yuan is my husband. Love it. If I don't find this novel of yours published in a bookstore somewhere, I'm smashing the place up. Damn. Please don't. I need that place for parafiction. Gwynerd fan. I like that. Mr. Miss Raven. The moment's all yours. Give us the full version of this story now. Made in Abyss. Ooh, good story, good story. I heard a story about as nonsensical as this one from the storyteller at Starskiff Haven. Something about an outlander with big sword fighting to save the people of the Xianzhou. An outlander with big sword. Not familiar with what they might be referencing. I mean, I see big sword and I think guts from Berserk, but... Sounds great. Sounds a bit mid. Oof. Now, Frigid Raven, I think, is one of our fans, so... The world needs to be graced by your literary talents. Keep writing. Okay, so we have the AMA, and then we also have these two investigation assignments. And I've already read all the ghost tales. Right. All right. Should we discuss her AMA? Not sure I should call it an investigation, but... Is everyone here? Then I'll begin. Ahem. If everyone could please turn their eyes toward me, I have an announcement to make. Doing an AMA. I'm sure your fans have been waiting for this for a long time, Gwenny. The last time I heard this kind of talk was back during the Cloud Knight's basic training. Yeah, I can see it. Basically, I got a parcel recently, and when I opened it, there's a silver subscription commemorative medallion from the Ghostly Grove website. Yep. Basically, if you get 100,000 subscribers, then you will get this silver medallion. I love it. The barely hidden... I don't know what they're referencing. I love it. After the silver one comes a gold medallion for 1 million subscribers, of course. So the silver medallion is quite valuable indeed. To put it another way, we've all put out so much high-quality content that our fan base for the account has been rapidly increasing. If you ask me, this is thanks to everyone's efforts, and so that's why I've called everyone over. Nice. Besides the medallions, is there any practical value? Now let's be nice. How delightful. Same to you. Me too. I've called everyone over because I think we each have an equal share in this medallion. Yeah. Each one of us forms an indispensable part of the squad. Without everyone chipping in, there'd never be such a flashy program. That's why I want to give this medallion to everyone. How? It's only one of them. Just probably hang it up right there or something. It's just one medallion. Hold on to it yourself. Yeah, how are you going to give it away? Shang's right. There's only one of these, and it can't be split up. And anyway, this achievement is also impossible without our fan base supporting us. Okay, which is why you want to give them an AMA. So, after racking my brains, I've decided to upload a video to my personal account on the Ghostly Grove as an acceptance speech, and also do an Ask Me Anything segment with fans so I can give a little something back. Nice. I hope Stell can help out too, as you have lots of ideas and general knowledge. You can help me choose questions, record video content and stuff, like being on camera together with me. And you're sure you want me, the Gremlin, on camera with you? Well, how could I turn you down? Fine, the more close-ups the better. Hee, no problem. That's it then. Everyone should finish up with their own stuff first. I'll arrange for you to shoot the video content later. As for the fan Q&A segment, I'll collect those up in a bit. Stell, can you please see if there are any interesting questions? I can. Yeah, there's quite a few. But... oh, I probably should have read those. Damn it, I was thinking I could go back. An avalanche, I probably can. An avalanche of questions overwhelms you, and you almost get lost inside the social network that's sometimes witty, sometimes harsh, sometimes warm, and even sometimes touching. Coming back to your senses, you've come to rely on your own superior sense of morality, and based on your understanding of Gwen from these past few days, you keep flipping through the options. As the deadline for submitting questions approaches, Gwen asks you to shoot the location for the Q&A segment. You pick out a few interesting questions before you go. Let me think. Why don't we just shoot over at Starskiff Haven? Yeah, you go first and I'll catch up. See you there. Well, I hope I can re-enter that. Let's check. I didn't just lose all of that. Okay. Yeah, these are all still here. Good. It's just that it's about time for me to call it quits. We have one new message from the ghost hunting squad. Who wants some milk tea? I ordered 2 extra. First come, first served. Me. Oh, that's first come. Me. Okay, it's yours. Me. Any more for me? Nope, that's all. Damn it. Sorry, you don't get one this time, but I'll treat you next time. Alright, but can you make mine a matcha milk tea? That is so good. Or I'll take... well, honestly, I'm good with almost anything, but... I already wrote it down. Remember that? I already wrote it down. If you don't keep your promise, karma's a witch. I see what they did there. I can give you mine. Mine too. I can't... no. As tempting as that is, that's too mean. I can't do that to Huahua and Sushang. I can't have them. It's yours. I'm sorry. The 2 teas fell on the ground and spilled. Oh, that hurts. Don't worry about giving each other the tea. I'll treat you all. Yay. This poor Gwenny. Hope that wasn't too expensive.